All right, it's Saturday, September 28th, 2018. We got about 20 trees broke down here. We had a tornado a week ago yesterday come through here. I haven't really looked at all the damage yet, but I've counted between 75 and 100 trees are down, so got some work to do. So there's a couple more down there. I counted about 25 all across here. This is, I think, the hardest hit part of the property, and that one up there, you can see that one. That broke off in April, I think, and the one behind it too. So I didn't even have a chance to clean up everything from April. We had 3 windstorms, I think April, May, or maybe one was in March, I can't remember. It was 3 within about 4 or 5 weeks. So I'm really sad to lose my maple trees. I only have maybe 50 maple trees, and I think we lost about 10 of them. I haven't got a total yet. There might be 2 back here that are gone, because I think that piece up there is underneath the one we're looking at here. But there's another broken part up there. Well, that tree survived. So this first time back here, it's devastating. Somewhere back here is a maple tree. Part of it, half of it survived. And there's another one too. Oh yeah, I see it, there it is. That's gotta be it. Yeah, this was the direct path. Oh, and the one down there uprooted. So that was a nice big maple there too. And the whole top broke off, this one over here. Just imagine the strength to break maple trees in 2 like that. Okay, here's a closer look. I used to tap all these trees. I didn't do it last year, but look at that. It's kind of survived, but lost about 80%. And that was the best tree on the property for producing sugar. Maple syrup. Very sad. This is my other best maple tree right here. It's not a sugar maple, I think it's a soft maple, but still, you can make syrup with these. There's some of my my piping I didn't collect. So here's some of the numbers. It was an EF3, 265 km/h winds. It's 164 miles an hour. There's 25 people injured, 6 hospitalized, and 5 with life-threatening injuries. By Wednesday, the one guy that was left in intensive care came out of intensive care. So it's a miracle everyone survived this tornado. 200 buildings damaged, and I think it was almost 300,000 people without power, for some of them for quite a while. At first, Environment Canada was saying about possibly 2 tornadoes on Saturday morning, like right after. And by Wednesday, they were saying 3. Well, then the end result was 6 tornadoes, and some of them were a couple hundred miles from here. So, see this tree right here, this ash? You see that bend? That's what we call a spring pole. And there's a lot of ash wood, even though they're dead trees now. They have what's used for shovel handles and rake handles, and they bend quite a bit without breaking. Now, if you cut that tree and your arm is over it or something, and it'll fly up in the air and it'll throw you up in the air. I've heard of guys being killed. So always, when you see that kind of thing there, it's loaded. It's what we call loaded up. It's probably got enough force to throw a horse 10 feet in the air. So you don't want to be injured doing that. So this is like really the most dangerous kind of thing you'll see in the forest. The maple is laying completely on top of it, so when you cut this, you want to be staying back as far as you can. Debranch one whole side so no branches hit you in the face. Take your head off and slowly relieve the tension on that. So this is a big tree. This is a 65, 70 foot tree, but it was a mature maple, you know. Well, it's my first time over here. There's a nice cherry tree. We had a bad joint, so. Cherry trees are pretty strong though. Don't normally see the oaks and the maples and the cherry trees. You don't see them coming down in windstorms. They're really rare. So I found all kinds of pieces of insulation and this piece of styrofoam. This is from over a kilometer away. I think there's a yard there that's got a whole bunch of this stuff. So I think the tornado was up a good 30-40 feet in the air when it came through here, so we really survived fairly well. It went right over the house. I'm going to go and look at that in a minute. Well, we're really lucky. The only damage we've had is the trees, so. About a kilometer, 2 kilometers from here, entire roofs of houses were torn off on either side of us, before and after. There's 1, 2, 3, this one here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just in this area. It's my first time over here. The house is way down there. It's about 800 feet that way. And the barn. I think it went right over the barn. Just the corner of the house was really close. So here's another one. This one's got to be cleaned up today. It's right on the fence here. I think if I cut it right here, put a chain on it, I might be able to pull that whole root ball right out with the backhoe. Yeah, here's an area where I couldn't even get at in the spring. It was just ankle deep in water. There was a couple of trees that fell in April here, and then I think another one uprooted, at least 1 or 2. I can't even count them here. We got, and there's a, yeah, you get the idea. Well, that hole's about 3 feet deep. It's another poplar. I'm not that upset about losing the poplars, but it's just a lot of work to clean up. And then another one over here. And the house is just down there. It squashed a nice little spruce here. We're slowly losing all our little spruce trees. And uprooted. What a mess. So here's the tree I'm the most upset about losing, is a nice red oak. Really nice 60-foot tree, straight up. And there's the garage right there. That's how close it was. So I can't imagine how lucky we are that the roof's not missing on the house and the shop and the barn. So there's the neighbor's place. I think it came right through there, right across here, and most of the damage occurred behind the trees over there. That's the first bunch of trees I showed you, so it's kind of over that way a bit. I don't know how many people can say their house and all their outbuildings survived and what's it called? I'm not much about an EF3 tornado at 265 kilometers an hour. I think I'm very lucky. The houses before us and after us, quite a few got completely destroyed. I haven't been over here. We're lucky. There's not much damage in this area. There's a whole bunch of multi-unit apartment buildings. It's very devastating for them. A lot of them did not have tenant insurance, so they lost everything they lost. They have no insurance for. The building's insured, very sad. I was out volunteering yesterday. I worked hard all week so I could free up Friday. I brought the chipper over and I chipped a bunch. There's one. I haven't been down here yet. There's one up there broken at the top. That's the most dangerous thing. So I'll put a cable in that. I'll notch it and we'll just pull it with the backhoe or something and get it down. Last thing you want to be doing is walking through here and something lands on your head. And oh yeah. Yeah, you can see where it came through here. It made a path in the way I'm kind of the direction I'm pointing the camera. The house is right there. Just down there about 100 yards. You might be able to see the peak. Yeah, there it is. It's not even 100 yards. 80 yards, 75 yards. Yeah. Well. Oh yeah, there's a few down here. Let's go see. Yeah, so we got some damage in here. I figured it would be bad over here. This used to be a trail I could walk on, but won't be able to do that for a while. So thanks for watching. It's going to be hard to put out videos for the next little while. It'll just be boring. Wood chipping. Yeah, this one's got to come down too. Too bad the tornado didn't knock that down. Okay. Thanks for watching. Let's go. Well, before I go, we'll go have a look at my best friend right now. Okay, so there's the root ball from the oak. And I didn't even see this back here. A couple more down there, another one leaning. Oh. Great stories of survival. There's a guy who was talking about it on the news. He was in tears. He was hanging onto a door frame. The whole roof peeled off his apartment. And he had his daughter by the wrist and her legs were up in the air. And she had bruises on her arms. Thank God he hung on to her. We're lucky. We're really, really lucky. Thanks for watching.